I could only find that one. I guess they're distributed in the...
Yeah, they're all in all this stuff, man. They're hard to find. So yeah, Noah just found this freshly hatched loggerhead musk turtle. I have these guys hatch out at my house, and I've actually got one almost an identical size to this. So we can accurately age this to being, you know, probably hatching out a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. And you can see not any fresh growth lines. So that's kind of how they come out of the egg. So pretty neat. That's a perfect little one. That's an old guy. That's a male. He's got the black inside his mouth from eating acorns. Hi, buddy. He's got a big chip back here. Smooth shell. So yeah, he's definitely an older one. So yeah, we're gonna check this guy out a little bit. A couple Photma goats.
Photma goats.
I'm gonna check and make sure he's not notched in case he's one I marked years ago. Look at that hole in the top. I remember that. So I definitely have some photos of this guy because I remember the hole in the top. Let this guy go in the clear water. Get a good look at him. It's right there on all those invasive Asian clams, taking the jobs of American clams. Those hardworking American clams. Oh, come here, young lady. Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Female?
Yep. Little stubby tail. Oh, I've marked this one. This one's one I marked. See, really? She's got a notch on the front.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I marked that one.
Nice.
2 or 3 years ago. So yeah, a little notch I made right there on the front when I was getting into it. But she also has like a weird little hole back here in there, but that's actually mine because when I was marking these a few years ago, I was starting from here. All right here, this is where I say I usually see stink pots. So let's see what this musk turtle is. And correctamundo, it is a stink pot. Look at that. Look at the big brain on Brad. All right, so we're gonna let this guy go back where I found him. He was just kind of buried in that stuff, which is pretty typical for stink pots. It's pretty rare you find loggerheads trying to bury themselves. They tend to employ the freeze and hope they don't see me, or like here's a big loggerhead right here, and she's just frozen, hoping I don't see her, which she's dumb. I got her. That is a big one. Big old gal. So yeah, the loggerheads tend to freeze kind of like she did, but usually if there's like an amount of deep water nearby, they'll actually bolt. But this old gal, I've caught her for years. I recognize this one.
Is that spot distinct? Is that how you can tell?
No, she's got chips along the back edge.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's also real paint.
And I feel like I always catch this big female right here. So they're really, you know, they'll stick to a home range, you know, pretty tightly. Oh, I got you. Come here, come here. There we go. Another big female. No eggs. It's a nice one. Look, she's got the little tiny spots.
Yep. Did they develop these like chin stripes later in the year?
Oh, these?
Yeah.
No, I think they all have them. It's just expressed differently in individuals. It's a pretty classic. She's in good condition.
Yeah, they're all like big here today.
Yeah.
Other than the ones that are not big at all.
So this might be hard to see, but there's actually a pair of loggerheads mating right here. Just on the other side of this piece of wood, you know. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Kind of go find a little spot for it. And so yeah, that's the male on the right side right there, and then you can kind of see the female. She's a lot larger and on the bottom right there. But yeah, they're doing their thing. Go you. All right, here's a loggerhead musk with some mud all over him. He was in the water, and I thought he was like some kind of albino or hypo or something like that. I was making a break for it, and then realized he's just got a bunch of mud on him. So, but that's what they look like when they get covered in mud. And there is the next baby loggerhead musk.
What is he doing?
He's basking. That's so awesome. All right, so this guy is another one that's, you know, probably been only out of the egg by, you know, maybe a week, 2 weeks, something like that. And this was sitting here basking, so I'll put it right back where it was at. And good luck with the whole turtle life thing. All right. Looks like Noah got 2 more baby loggerheads. These guys are all over right now. It's baby turtle season.
You see his umbilical.
Oh yeah, freshy. That guy might have came out of the ground today.
This is the one that's squishy too.
Yeah.
I mean, they all
all start
squishy.
off a little squishy.
Been here like 5 minutes.
I missed them.
There's still one up there.
All right, let's check it out.
And you can kind of see that one's tail as well.
Okay, well, let's get a good shot of this one. Hey, buddy.
That one's chilling.
Hello,
you can
friend.
tell like they use this extensively too because of how matted down the top of it is.
Yeah, it's like kind of got like a bald spot.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And this brown water snake is going to attempt to get that catfish down. And even though the catfish has spines, brown water snakes are actually well adapted to dealing with those spines and being able to swallow it and even be pierced by the spines of the catfish. So really good look at some natural predation of the brown water snake eating what looks like a bullhead catfish. So pretty cool stuff. Oh, there we go. Little loggerhead musk turtle. Right there, just a little one that was running along the bottom. Neat, has kind of like orange colored eyes. That's pretty cool looking dude. Bye-bye. All right, so I just walked up on probably one of the coolest things I've ever walked up on. I'm gonna try and give him some space, but right here is 2 timber rattlesnakes mating. If you see, the male has his tail attached to the females. You can kind of see both rattles right there. And these guys are just barely visible. I mean, if you look, that camouflage, that one's kind of going up into there. That one's going along there. When I first walked up on this, at first I was like, what kind of black snake is eating a timber tail first? It looks so strange. But yeah, this is really cool. And that is a big timber rattlesnake right there. This is so cool. Also, I would say this is very typical of timber rattlesnakes. They're not really big on rattling. You know, both of them are aware that I'm standing here, and neither one has bothered to really rattle the tail or do much of anything other than just be in the snake mating zone. Really cool to see. You can see that tail is just slightly lifting. Not really sure what that means. I'm sure some kind of biological process is happening there. But look at just how beautiful the body of that snake is. You know, this one is much more yellowish, whereas you go over to this one, and this one looks like it just shed. It's just got these beautiful, like, almost like lavender and almost like a salmon color. And then you can see that kind of orangey stripe down the back where they get the nickname canebrake. This one is much more of the like canebrake style pattern. This one looks much more like a typical timber rattlesnake. I'm just so excited to see these guys. I don't think I get to see these enough. And look at that snake. Look at those beautiful eyes. Those beautiful silvery eyes. And just in the zone. All right, so I'm gonna walk off and leave these guys and give them some privacy, but I hope nobody messes with them. I literally was just kind of walking along here. I came really close to stepping on them, but luckily I noticed the timber rattlesnake pattern and then the black tail and got my attention pretty quick. So cool to see.